Hey guys, Tyrup here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Faymonville approach. Playing spawning on the left, we have Markov playing as Ostheer, who has Blitzkrieg, Spearhead, and Jaeger Infantry. Facing off against him on the right, we have Karyl. This is aka Cheese Tonkatsu, or streams as Marshmallow Milk on Twitch. Keeps changing his in-game name though. Playing as Brits, who has Mobile Assault. In terms of rankings here, Markov rank 7 and Cheese rank 5. The Cheese is quite often like rank 1 Brits. As, both these players are actually like top 20 with multiple factions. So it should be a good one. As we see, I guess we'll call him Karyl. Easier for you guys. With the Mobile Assault lock-in. But not making use of any of the recovery sappers yet. It has gone for 4 sections as well. Grenadiers over here getting off to a rough start. It's going to be tough to capture that. But interesting move. Doesn't come over here to maybe fight from the light cover. It comes to the cutoff instead. Interesting. Grenadiers inside the building doing pretty well for themselves. So these guys looking to duck between different angles here. Try and bully this MG out of the building. Ooh, that was a close one. That easily could have got suppressed there. Section over here doing a good job of holding out for a long time. And the tech grenades. MG in the building could be in some trouble. Here comes another grenade. They're pretty spread out in the building though. You can see from the occlusion. Oh, and the section goes down. He really wants this MG kill. He jumped the grenadier into the building. Section seems to be shooting at the machine gun. You can see they were all pointing at the MG. And he ends up getting the MG wipe. Markov tried to jump in the building to try and trick the squad to stop shooting at the machine gun, with hopes that it would end up surviving. Didn't want to jump out as well, maybe offer up the steal on the machine gun to Karyl. So 2 big losses on both sides there. MG42 is cheaper overall in terms of manpower though, so maybe a slight win to Markov. I'd say the MG42 is also more important though than just one section for Karyl. So interesting how it goes. Here we've got the first recovery squad in now. Jams the capture up here. Wire off on the sandbag, but he's ticked up. We can use the destroy cover on that, clear that off. Reconnecting the fuel. So far, Markov maybe doing slightly better having his munis point, but overall not a lot of resources. Very little fuel for both players so far this game. Tries to stay in cover here while the squad flanks around. Big command squad coming in now for Markov.
Armored car construction to be ordered.
Grenade out. Very quick reactions from Markov. Barely took any damage from that grenade really. I thought it would do more than that. Grenadier coming in from the side here. This section getting bullied by the pyros. Big damage, and this one also getting very low. See, none of these squads have been upgraded with healing yet, which is interesting. I wonder if he's planning to build medics. That means got a little bit of manpower floating. Could also be trying to stall for some commandos. Firing off those sandbags. Should retreat now though. Yeah, a bit of a late retreat, but it's alright. Winning the fight down the bottom. Should be able to open up the fuel capture. So maybe slightly better fuel control for Karyl, but it does maybe have fewer standard territory points connected, so not a huge deal either way. Try and get some sandbags up here, but the MG42 coming down. Gonna shut that out. Did maybe, if he reacted fast enough, had the option to dodge north. think he tried to dodge away here. MG now getting pressured from the other side. So it works out pretty well. Grenadiers coming in though. Should be able to win this. Especially with the Jaeger command squad rounding the corner. The squad not coming in to assist in the fight either. Jaeger command squad looking for the wipe coming down this way. The pirates jump out of the building. Maximum firepower on this. Briefly was building AEC but cancelled it. Build the commandos. Blowing them. Half an aid. A lot of damage. Looking for the return. Hoping for the wipe on the pirates. Not quite able to get it. Now a bit of a dodgy retreat for this squad as well. The commando's getting out. Also that Jaeger command squad. You can't muck around. Very powerful. But everything's surviving. I think Karyl getting a little bit lucky on this, but not a huge deal.
Trying to take a point from us.
Who's got the pickies?
Can you get something going in the north? Getting
Supplies looking
kind of close to Viet 1. He's jumping into the building. Do, of course, have the option to upgrade the flamethrower with this. He's behind heavy cover. Might have heavy cover from this window here, just because it's so far away. But definitely not from these two. Point blank mechanic. So the Grenadiers do end up winning that.
We're losing a capture point.
Okay, tier 2 coming up now. Well, look how late this is.
Our supply
Just
line's
one of those kind of games. And you're just in a struggle for your life to try and remain in the match. But nice MG42 positioning here, making it tough for Karyl. I'll just try to sneak around. Not vetted up yet, so don't have access to the smoke grenade. Here he goes, he's coming in from the other side. And that's going to be a full retreat. Knew that if he tried to switch priority targets, he would have been in grenade range. So playing it safe, getting out of there early. AEC gonna still come through on the build for Karyl. A lot of grenades exchanged between these two players. Quite a lot of manpower open now, and munitions from Markov.
Armored car completed.
But yeah, I feel like it's kind of interesting to go for the AEC, even though it's not really necessary. Not something I would generally be doing.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Pack now in the build for Markov in response. He's upgraded a couple G43s. He's gone for the LMGs, interesting. Not because he's up against commandos, he might choose the G43s, but LMGs maybe scaling better into the late stages. Commandos getting into their camouflage now, looking to sneak about. Wire around for these players. Looks like he might be able to clear off the sandbags with that as well. Didn't mention it, but it is Jaeger Infantry from Markov. With the strongest commander. Commando's now sneaking away. Pies will see them though. They're enhanced line of sight.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
But so far no bolster from Karyl, which is interesting. Get around the side here, and yeah, Markov has to respect that he's got the grenades ticked, jumping out quickly. Commando's doing a good job holding up in the north. Got the AT gun rolling up though. Capping down the far side. A lot of territory getting exchanged between these two. Oh boy!
Supply line's been cut.
It was a bit faster on there. That could have been the Faust. Maybe could have been the attack round for the kill after that, but would have had to be very quick to react. Commandos, though, somehow managed to hold on in the north. The Vickers arriving to save the day. Now we've got some Panzer Grenadiers coming in from Markov. You don't see these too often. Does have the option of upgrading with the G43s as well. No repairs on the AEC yet.
Our capture point. They're trying
Gonna
to
go
take
for the
it.
attack round. Decent option. Doesn't get there, but getting a kill on that would be pretty huge. So he's going to try duck behind the heavy cover over there. One section was briefly firing over there, maybe lost vision now. Didn't quite reinforce the commandos up to full strength, unfortunately.
We're losing a capture point.
Because versus MG42. Looks like the Grenadiers coming in, and that's going to be a nasty rifle nade. Quick reactions.
One extra soldier can be
Ooh,
added to
still
infantry
ended up
squads
connecting.
now.
Meanwhile, the Grenadiers get hit by the gammon bomb, and they go down. So Markov coming out worse for wear in that grenade exchange. And that's quite often how it goes. You know, you're so tunnel visioned on the wipe you're getting. You sometimes neglect
Enemy threatening a
the wipe
capture
your
point.
opponent's getting on you. It's definitely how it goes. So it's kind of how it has to go in company fairs, you know. If something's going good for you, you have to be looking for the bad. Because it's probably happening somewhere.
Damned enemies trying to take
Does
a point
end up
from us.
getting healing on one section so far. Only one though. So his units are generally coming into these fights quite low in strength. Missing health. Bit of blocking there. Bundle grenade into the retreat. Pretty good connection. Not quite enough to get the kill though. You saw the two models kind of spread out. Oh! Wow, he deployed the mortar and actually gets the wipe thanks to that. Looks like the section wants to go steal it, but gets knocked down to 3 models, not able to do so. Because doing a good job over here, but kind of needs it up in this location now. Here come the engineers, 5-man. Gonna try to go for the steal. He needs to throw some smoke here. Is that the smoke from the AEC? Rifle nade, but there was very spread out. Doesn't do much damage. The engineers go down. What about the machine gun though? Looks like that's going to get around the corner just fine. Because it does spin around.
We're losing a capture point.
It has boosted up to bolster now. And the AT gun a little bit exposed. Chased in a touch too deep. Now the AEC charging ahead. Panzer Grenadiers coming in. A rebuild on the Grenadier for Markov that he lost. There it goes. AEC. Okay, I thought he'd go for the kill on this. Here he goes now. Markov calling in the light artillery barrage. He's dodging forwards with this infantry. Stops the pilots from jumping on the gun. Here come the Grenadiers. They're sprinting, but the AEC connects. And then he lobs out a couple grenades for good measure. Markov in some big trouble. Loses the pose all the way back there. Very unfortunate for Markov to lose that pose so far away. Miracle shot there from Karyl. And that is
Engineer unit is ready for action.
devastating for Markov. Lost his machine gun and his AT gun. Ouch. That is a massive, massive pain point. Hasn't ticked battle phase yet either. He's got a lot of resources.
The enemy cut our supply line.
So you see, you know, sprinkling the infantry, doing a little bit, but enabling the kill on that pack. That is massive. Oh boy, a little bit reckless there on the commandos. Smokes to cover the retreat. Nicely done though with the AEC. Bit of a shame he maybe forgot about the smoke on the recovery sappers. Maybe could have recovered that machine gun and survived with the squad as well.
Our capture
Now,
point. They're trying to
it's
take
going to
it.
be really tough for Markov. He's up against double machine guns and the mortar. He kind of needs a sniper, I would say, at this stage. have to expect that maybe Karyl's going to be investing into tanks though as well, so he needs an anti-tank gun. So there's a lot he needs, and because this game has been so hectic in terms of manpower losses for both players, manpower at a premium, can't afford much. A deep chase there from the Panzergrenadiers, and they are getting slaughtered on the way home. Oh, the AEC didn't get any extra kills, but it looks like it did the majority of the damage. That was a very healthy P-Green model and just got cut down so quickly. That is very bad for Markov now. He is way behind in terms of units. Here waiting with their grenades, looking for a cheeky attack. Looks like Markov just going all in on the mediums. He's got enough, pretty much for 2 medium tanks, so maybe that can help turn things around. Here come the commandos. No grenade, just coming out of camo. And there goes Markov. Been a pretty even split on the map. Maybe Markov's been a bit more successful harassing the fuel. This has been pretty well locked down the last 4 or 5 minutes though.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And is that okay, still no tech up yet. So yeah, definitely Markov's going to be way ahead in the medium tank race.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Karyl, of course, going for the AEC as well as bolster, so that's a lot of fuel invested. Not into the medium tanks. Ooh. Oh, that was a close call. AEC can somewhat fight back against the medium tank though. And no anti-tank gun for Cheese, so this should be pretty strong for Markov. He's got to make a big impact with this first Panzer IV. A couple mines though were coming down, which maybe could slow that P4. Cancel on that rifle mate. Panzer IV coming down to the bottom, but he could hear, he hit the fence, crushed it, and so, oh, Karyl trying to back away from that, gets hit by a Faust though. The squad coming in around the corner here, now Panzer IV in hot pursuit, and this is something that he is not prepared to deal with. In this case, at least you got something coming. Oh, abandoned!
Vehicle gone.
Doesn't want to take a snare, so he's backing off with the Panzer IV. He'll be able to force these away shortly now that that machine gun upgrade is popped though. So should be able to come back in here and kill off the abandoned AC. It's like he did know that it got abandoned as well. Commandos meanwhile doing some nasty damage up here. Hitting Vet 3 already. Very fast Vet 3 on those commandos. Oh!
An HMG crew has been lost to enemy
HMG
action.
did just like that. That Panzer IV is going to work. Karyl trying to save for his own tank, it looks like. Throwing out a smoke. This time he remembers. With some attack rounds into the smoke, but not going to work. Engineers closing in for an AT grenade. And there it goes. So Panzer IV slow. Pose is somewhat nearby for repairs. No sweeper upgrade on them, however. Oh, he's backing towards that mine. And there's a Cromwell in the build. Oh my god. Maybe the pies will run over the mine. Oh, it took down 4 models.
Our capture point. They're trying to take
He's
it.
trying to kill the enemy's sandbag, but I think he killed his own. And so now he just has to back all the way out. Another Panzer IV in the build. Cromwell's going to hit first, but it's going to be very risky to go diving in. Very big VP disadvantage for Markov though at this stage. Karyl, having invested so much into grenades all the time, nowhere near getting Brens on anything. So there's one thing Markov has going for him. Generally superior weapon upgrades.
There's a rather splendid Cromwell ready to go. Enemy causing trouble.
Made
trying
onto
to
the
take one of our
exit.
points.
Markov was so early with the dodge though, it only grazed him.
Get in position at the edge.
LMG coming in from the rear there, doing some nice work. Just about repaired that back up. Interesting that the engine crit got removed on that. I thought he'd have to repair it back up to full because it took a mine. Oh no, crushes his sandbag position there accidentally. So Karyl's still lacking the anti-tank to deal with double Panzer IVs.
A capture point is being overrun.
And having infantry sections, you know, doesn't have many snares either. So in a tougher position than a lot of other factions would be at this stage.
Our capture
Really
point.
needs an
They're trying
anti-tank
to
gun
take
now
it.
because of that. Looks like Markov going to come in for a minor base inspection. There's some work to do up in the north as well if he wants to go there, but he's not hanging about. He's trying to push it to the limit. The force coming in from both angles, bouncing. Be careful he doesn't lose this engineer. As for looking for the wiping shot.
The enemy is trying to overrun our HQ.
Cromwell coming back in. Ooh! Engineer's nearly dying there. These squads trying to get something going up in the north now. We've got some smoke coming out there. It's actually a very good idea.
The AT gun you ordered is ready.
And this tank actually getting quite low. Repairs are coming in. Threatens the snare. Forces him to pull back at least. AT gun is incoming now.
HQ is under attack. Typical enemy
For the
trick,
wipe.
isn't it?
Oh! Wipe up here in the north. It looks like Karyl not paying attention. Was that a rifle nade? It wasn't even a rifle nade. It was like a 3-model squad that just died. Because he wasn't paying attention to it. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that... A few cracks starting to show now for Karyl after such a strong start to the game. I honestly wonder if the bolster was just like a big mistake. Seemed to slow down his medium by so much. And the AEC as well. I suppose he did end up getting the AT gun killed because of it, but... Oh well. It's going to have to deal with the results of what happened. Water up to Vet 2. AT gun actually coming very far forwards with not much support. Takes a big shot. Now the Panzer IV is looking for the kill on it because of that. Greedy stuff here with no screening infantry. Just running the AT gun forwards. Cromwell coming in. Both these tanks are a little bit low. Got the engineers closing in for the snare. And then they're going to jump on the AT gun. This could be an overcommittal from Markov. He's going in and he just misses every shot on the Cromwell. Cromwell hitting Vet. Could pop the Hunt. Switches his focus fire back onto the AT gun. And the engineers die as well. Cromwell coming back in with the Hunt. Enabled does give a penetration boost, but he still bounces. Trying to jump on here with the AT gun. Cromwell misses, but what the AT gun? Yeah, oh no, it doesn't. Cromwell could come back in now, but it looks like he's going to use the vehicle crew repairs on it. Wants to hold on to this mortar if he can, so he's strapping it out. Oh boy, what died up here? Jaeger Command Squad did up in the north. Completely missed that. So a lot of losses there for both players. Can instantly call in those recovery sappers though, and the vehicle crew repairs mean that Cromwell's back up to full strength and ready to rumble. Whereas this is going to be out of combat for a very long time. Rebuild on the anti-tank gun now from Markov. Got the Panzer IV coming down. Going to find the rear armor perhaps of the Cromwell. And there we go, connecting. AT gun somewhat close. Markov continuing the chase. Cromwell just hits vet though, so don't know if you want to take that any further, and I think that was a good time to disengage. So here we go. Both players on almost identical army sizes now, so that's interesting. Karyl more reliant on the team weapons at this stage.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Commandos providing some nasty ambushes up in the north. Ooh, big P4 hit. That could be the wipe. He doesn't have the machine gun upgraded on this though. Oh boy, he got another big hit. Oh man. The chance was there for the wipe on the commandos, but not able to get it done. Sorry if the camera work's not that good. I think my middle mouse button on my mouse is starting to malfunction, which is unfortunate. I don't know. I don't think I've even had this mouse for 2 years. It really sucks. Serves me right for getting a Razer mouse again though, right? Gotta stick with those Logitechs, they last a lot better. Okay, coming around the corner here. The Panzer IVs. And looks like Karyl also going to go for the medium tank action. And these kind of games, you know, actually quite similar to that Markov versus people were telling me his name was Chocolate Bar in Russian, where you're just like going hell for leather and you can't really afford to spend time going for like ticking up to hammer anvil. Just need the tanks on the field now.
Ready to roll.
A capture point is being overrun.
It's for getting aggressive. He pops the hunt mode. One shot connecting from the AT gun. Markov pushing up quite deep with his own anti-tank gun, and a Stuck coming in for Markov now, trying to round things out. AT gun, good angle here for Karyl. Panzer IV having a blitz out. He drops the light artillery barrage down. Quick reactions. And he gets out of there. Some repairs on that vessel up Cromwell now. He's been running pretty bad with that Cromwell the last couple minutes though in terms of pins and misses on the Panzer IVs. Otherwise I think it would be very close to Vet 3. And the V3 Cromwell is actually like quite formidable in these medium tank fights just because it has such good reload. Extremely high rate of fire. And that does make it quite formidable in the medium tank wars. Killing off those sandbags, mortar coming down. Just stalling out back there. Whoa, the commandos go... I mean, who got the kill there? 3 kills on the mortar. Maybe it was the mortar. Markov hanging about for a bit too long there, a bit too comfortable. Just connecting there, AT gun spinning around. He's hoping for the decrew. This building goes down. Section dead inside. Now the AT gun under pressure from the side. Here come the engineers. He pops the speed boost though, getting that anti-tank gun out of there. Not quite enough health damage to get the kill. Panzer IV skirts working well, keeping these tanks healthy. Oh boy, he runs right into the pack. The 6-pounder actually missing a shot there. Maybe could have killed the Panzer IV otherwise. I think Markov would have dodged back earlier had that shot connected, so probably not. We're at that stage where Karyl kind of needs medics as well, because he's lost a lot of his sections. He's got a lot of support weapons that kind of need healing. Commandos do get self-healing through vet, so they're alright. But yeah, the team weapons and the Royal Engineers could do with some medical attention. T-gun trying to go for some attack grounds over here. And that one actually finds its mark. Ooh, and that one bounced. Would that have killed? That might have killed. Bit of a lucky break there for Markov. I'm looking to get 1 or 2 shots before the pack manages to push up on it again. Oh, it might be committing a bit too deep there. He's got the machine gun up. Second Cromwell coming up. It looks like he's trying to put a pincer on the pack, but here comes the Stug freshly repaired. Getting a nice connection. Smoke out on the pack from the mortar. Oh boy, gets snared. 6-pounder coming up. Here comes the pack. Fires off some smoke with the Cromwell. Oh, a lot of misses there. There's a bit of elevation there on the road. Hard to see because the trees are in the way, but could have been the kill there. So, bit of a lucky break now for both players. The AT gun actually coming around this side, who's briefly backing around up here. Gonna get decrewed now in a bit of an awkward spot. Markov doesn't have smoke to lean on in this situation.
The enemy are at 200 points.
You can see going for the kill on the decrewed weapon. Commando smoke almost backfiring on him there. If he missed one of those shots, that pack might have survived. Oh boy. Oh, and the engineers do not get out of there alive. What about this machine gun now? Panzer IV up there. Vet 3 on the 6-pounder though.
The new engineer section is
Still got
waiting
the
for
speed
orders.
boost active. It's free, remember, so just use it to your heart's content. Okay, a bit of vehicle crew repairs action coming through, but now Markov going up to 4 medium tanks. Huge amount of armor for him.
Losing a capture point.
Could be tough to defend against, especially because, you know, as a brick player, you don't have many snares, which is a good counter often to mass mediums. You need those engine crits on them. Hasn't had chance to plant many mines either with those engineers. Generally been pretty occupied. Seems like things are starting to settle down a bit for both these players now though. Such a high pace to the early phases. That's one of the big changes to the Master League version. You can actually shoot through that more easily. Don't have to clear it out first. Oh boy, Markov not paying attention here. Try and dodge away now. Cromwell coming in. There's one more hit. But the AT gun didn't come off attack ground. So the Panzer IV escapes. That artillery barrage dropped down. He's dodging forwards. Avoiding taking too much. That's doing some good work though. Oh, grenade onto retreat, looking for the wipe here. quite able to get it though. Quite a lot of light cover through that area. Oh, this could be bad news. Panzer IV in some trouble. Cromwell combining with the anti-tank gun. Down it goes. That hunted up Cromwell. Showing us what it can do. We're close to Vet 3 on that now. Oh, he's coming from the side with the Stug. I'd say the side with the Sug. So a bit of a clumsy loss there from Markov. Overall, just seemed like he was lacking a little bit of coordination through the center with his medium tanks. Felt like he could have done a lot more if he had a Stug in there earlier. But at the moment, he's the one with, you know, some really good territory control. Double fuel. Karyl, meanwhile, has quite a lot of fuel in the bank. He's a bit of armor preservation. He's going hunting here. There's a full blitzing out. Rear armor is exposed. We've got the Stug coming up now. This could be a bit of a call an ambulance, but not for me moment. Panzer IV getting out of there. Popping the hunt again. The Stug now in some trouble, but the Cromwell switches over to the Stug. Oh, but it takes a main gun crit and it goes down. Heartbreaker there for Markov. Maybe could have killed the Cromwell if he didn't take the main gun crit. That really sucks, man. Those are those absolutely infuriating moments caused by main gun destroyeds. Trying to get something going here, but this is oh, luckily for him, no munitions. Panzer IV doesn't have the Pinto machine gun. Here comes the heat nade now. AT gun rapidly maneuvering its way into position. Without the Pinto machine gun though, you can really see how much harder the Panzer IV, how hard of a time it has trying to decrew a weapon like that, especially when you're constantly moving about. Oh, gets an attack ground through there. I didn't realize you could attack ground through there so easily. I thought that was a bit more of a shot block than that. Okay, that's interesting. And there goes the Panzer IV. Yeah, a little bit reckless there from Markov again, just kind of throwing away that Panzer IV. So now Karyl well in the lead, has a lot of resources floating, might be considering going into Hammer or Anvil now at this stage. This commander, typically I was more of a hammer man. For the comments, just easier to use. Commandos in here capping.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Getting a good hit in there, but the AT guns is always about. A couple good hits in as well. Yep, that's indeed what we're going to see. It's a Comet next. Still going to struggle for repairs though. Probably needs another engineer still. That'll pretty much do his army composition as well once the Comet's on the field, and he's got the other engineer who'll be close to 100 at that stage. There's the trench.
Enemy action has destroyed our forward position.
The T-gun's still, you know, not super healthy. Tried to heal it up a little bit with the infantry section medkit. Still could be vulnerable if he gets out of position. Stug is decent against the Comet, but Comet does have pretty sturdy armor, still can bounce a lot of shots. Oh, and he's about to have his speed boost down, not active there. AT gun's taking quite a bit of damage. Cromwell coming around the corner, but it's low in health. Comet making a move here, going for the Stug. Takes an engine crit though. Stug does outrange the Comet if he can exploit that. The AT gun extremely low in health. The Grenadiers looking for the Decroner now. Here we go, the Cromwell's coming in to save this Cromwell. AT gun does get decrewed. The Stug a little bit inactive. He's getting it going now. Connecting. Grenadiers with the Faust. Stug in hot pursuit. But he's lost sight of it. No Faust? What happened to the Faust? Thought he was doing another Faust there. Manages to kill off the AT gun, however. And he gets the engineers too. He's chasing in for it. He's going to chase all the way to base. The Comet is back there though, bouncing.
HQ is under attack.
And the engineers do get away. Look at all those low health tanks. But they're still alive, that's the most important thing. We're sneaking around the side here.
6-pounder anti-tank gun. Damned
Big
enemies
damage
trying
on the
to take a point
Grenadiers.
from us.
The Panzer IV's up here though as well. The Grenadiers trying to run down. The Commandos are shredding them fast. Where's he going with these Grenadiers? Coming in with the Panzer IV. Oh, he's so lucky that they escaped. A couple decent hits in there. Rebuild on the AT gun, missing its shot though. Doesn't have vet on it now, so it's not going to be nearly as potent. Markov's still down on VPs, but he's done a lot better. He's lost about maybe 120 at the time that Carol's lost about 240. So he's doing well. Definitely seems to have stabilized with better territory control. You know, Carol kind of in that popcap jam issue that Brits quite often run into.
We're ready for the
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Still these two Cromwells very highly vetted. Not to be underestimated. Did Markov go Battle Phase 3? I thought he was building another medium at one stage, but I think he cancelled it. And it looks like he wants to go for something bigger, maybe a Panther.
Our capture point. They're trying to take
Probably
it.
a good idea. It does match up a lot better against the Comet. Drops the light artillery barrage on the trench there. Panzer IV coming in and knocks out a Cromwell. Ambitious anti-tank gun positioning, but it works out nicely. That was the Vet 2 Panzer IV one-shot. Comet trying to get up there, but he doesn't have the war speed enabled. And the Grenadier's going to get the snare off. The MG in the trench, he didn't jump out. The whole light artillery barrage shot dies. Comet backing away now after taking the snare.
Trying to take a point from us.
A couple big losses there for Carroll. It looked like he was really stabilized. Salvaging the decrewed weapon there. Killed weapon, rather. Gives you very little resources, but
Enemy causing trouble.
free,
Trying
so
to take one of our points.
can't complain about the price. So that opens things up a lot more for Markov now. 2 big kills. Looks like Karyl's maybe considering going for another Comet though.
They have 100 points remaining.
What's he shooting at? If he just shot at the pack, he would get the decoy on it very quickly. And there it goes. Was that vet 1? I think it was. So it's good to clear off the vet at least. VPs are draining though from Markov. Where's this Cromwell going? Markov has saved up close to the Panther a couple times, but does not have the tech structure down for it yet. Struggling in that department. Going for the AEC? Not what I was expecting at all. I'm flabbergasted. Don't know what that's about at all.
Point is being overrun.
I have to imagine it's for the tread shot, but I don't know. I don't think that's worthwhile. Maybe if you had a commander with the
Extra firepower is now available for units.
command vehicle upgrade. Then I could see it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You know, he is higher ranked than me at the moment. My Brit players ventured a bit too far into the meme territory. Dropped down in the rankings a lot.
Our capture point.
So let's see
They're
what
trying to take
he
it.
can do about it. I just see pudding.
200 points remaining.
Do you think he... Luckers? Did I miss something?
Waiting orders. Where's the best place? Finished. Courtesy of the Royal Engineers.
I'm not sure. Okay, we've got the tread shot, but the AT guns up here as well in support. Looks like he didn't get the complete immobilization crit, just the temporary slow, so it doesn't work out for Karyl there.
Comet tank ready and waiting.
Still doing a good job holding the VPs though, 86 remaining. Seeing the Cromwell down to the bottom now, opening up the capture down there as well. He is hurting for capping units though. Kind of lacking squads for the capping power. And that's where these guys can really come handy since they do have a capture speed bonus. Very good capping squad, and since you can call them in, instantaneously get them. Oh, there we go. That is it. Look at the rate of fire on that Cromwell, able to saunter around the corner, but maybe coming in a bit too deep. The AT guns there. Could this be the end of the Cromwell now? Pack spins around for the Comet, connecting. Grenadiers are there for the Faust. Smoke out from the Comet. AT gun pushing up now. Comet getting pinned by the Panzer IV, but AT gun is maybe just a little bit too slow moving forwards. Might be able to get this Cromwell still though.
We're losing a capture point.
Oh, here he goes. AC. Oh, but the Panzer IV goes down to the AT gun. Right, artillery barrage on the trench.
The enemy have destroyed a forward position.
So suppression wearing off. Oh, look at all these extremely low health tanks. He's hungry. He wants to kill, and he's got the fresh Panther. He's going to push in.
Downed enemies
Try to close the show here, but here comes a fresh Comet. A bit of a traffic jam in the base though. Panther takes quite a lot of damage. The pack connecting once. AEC looking to shield.
Our headquarters are under fire.
So many tanks on one shot back there. For the base defenses, keeping things safe for the moment. Pushing in, maybe going to go for some cheeky attack grounds. No. Heartbreaker there for Markov. So many tanks on one shot, but he just can't quite get the job done. Did have the option of just, you know, going ham with the Panther, but playing it bit more conservatively, which I can understand. Typically is a bit safer to go for those base attacks on Brits though, since they do lack the snares. We have one snaring squad, so at least you don't take those engine crips, which makes it so hard for you to get away. Close call on that section. If there was a tank or sprinkling of machine gun damage, that maybe could have finished the job. Commando's getting forced off the VPs. You can see Markov so low on the VPs. He's heading over to cap down there now.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
For a bit of follow-up. More machine gun in the center, actually maybe going to get decrewed here. There it goes. He's trying to barrage this. No, he's barraging over here. So now double machine guns in the hand of Markov. See, army size still, Karyl has the edge, but you know, the Comets aren't the strongest in the anti-infantry role, don't have the best AoE on the main guns, do sometimes have to rely on the white phosphorus rounds they have, but doesn't have much munitions, has been using those crew repairs quite a lot. Section coming up here, not even fully reinforced, you only got one extra model on it. And this could be the wipe now. He's going to be able to laser beam it the whole way down. The Panther coming up now as well. It's Cromwell, but the Panther ends up getting the kill because the Cromwell took the shot, resulting in the kill. Oh boy, but the Panther in some trouble, takes a tread shot here. Slow, but looks like it's going to get away. What about the Stug? Still alive, hanging on by a pixel, might be able to kill off the Cromwell. Down that goes. Now a bit of a traffic jam between these two Comets. The AT gun's there, the Panther coming back in, but misses and goes down to the AT gun that remained in position. Bit reckless there with the Panther for Markov. Stug also ended up coming back in and dying. The swings in this game, man. So much back and forth. This player's not afraid to get stuck in there. Go for the kill. That's what we like to see. Recover this. Oh, they come out of suppression now, though. Might be able to decrew it again with the commandos. He backs into the smoke, though. Commandos losing sight. Bit of a shame that he doesn't have this Comet in here. Could be assisting a lot. Still pretty healthy. Already another squad of commandos, so he's going for the cheeky cap with this squad, but Markov has the triple cap. So Karyl actually very low on VPs now himself.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Definitely hurting in terms of territory control, when it does mean low munitions. Those vehicle crew repair activations for the tread shots, it's going to be hurting him. Trying to plant a Talamine, but interrupted there. Rebuild on the Panther now for Markov. Heading back to base to heal up. Commando's just going to continue on their capping spree.
We are losing a sector. The enemy is attempting to
Ooh,
steal
didn't
our
have these
sector.
guys on hold fire, so they reveal themselves, but able to duck behind the smoke. Continue capping.
Heavy tank awaiting orders.
Pretty close to Vet 1 on that second Comet now. Commando's back out of the center, trying to stay hidden. Let the mortar do the work on the stolen machine gun. And they're up here in the north, forcing back Comet. He's got the Piet squad coming up here, but they don't fire at all. And then they end up retreating, a little bit clumsy. Commando's over here. I think he just gave them a capping order, end up getting forced away by the Grenadiers. So now the VP pressure's starting to creep on to Karyl. Did end up getting a second recovery sapper squad. But yeah, the Comets are quite bad at getting those, like, wiping hits. AoE is just not that impressive. So sometimes with these strategies you can struggle to bleed in the late game. That's why I'm often like a mortar pit user.
We've 75 points left.
With these strats. They end up doing a lot of the damage in that department. Smoking out to cover the AT gun. Capping in the center here. Commando's coming out to the far side. Change space for some healing. Still has, you know, double comets, strong composition. Just about the application of them, and here we go, fires off some phosphorus there. Commando's coming in with the ambush, the pies go down fast. And they're heading down. Commando's throwing out the smoke, but they're getting chopped down from multiple angles.
The capture point is being overrun.
Second Panther in the build now for Markov. Points are draining, but he's going to neutralize the center. Both players on very similar amounts of VPs. This does end up going down, but he hits the Telemine over here. I think that's what Markov was hoping. He's trying to bait with those Pyos. Now the Panther looking to capitalize. The AT gun and the AC coming down though. This could be
New machine gun crew ready and waiting.
a bit of a reversal now. Far off the tread shot. Second Comet coming down as well, but he gets behind the building before the second shot can come through from the AEC, so tread shot doesn't amount to much. The pack coming down through the center though. Fires off the phosphorus.
The gun is not crewed.
AT gun got decrewed though. Didn't actually end up reinforcing it. Still was at 3 models, about half health. Pack pushes through the phosphorus, quite low in health. But not much to finish the job on it here. Panther coming back in. Comet's trying to get home to safety, but one of them takes a main gun crit. The Piet squad stops the Panther from chasing any further. Commandos charging ahead. Oh, this could be a nasty grenade. Well, it doesn't even need to. MG's packing up and it gets decrewed. Commandos have their eyes set on the pack next.
No need for panic.
Hoping for the decrew. Decide to turn around for the VPs because the VP pressure is high. Bit of damage onto that Panther. Commandos though, unstoppable right now. Panther coming in for a bit of a base inspection. One of the Comets pretty healthy, the other one's still on one shot.
Under attack. Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
He's coming out to this side. Goes for the healthy one though. This one here, not even vehicle crew appearing. Slow reactions from Karyl. Grenadiers did go down though to the Commandos. Crew appears wearing off. The AT gun getting back here. Here come the Piet squad. Throw off the anti-tank grenade. Engine crit now on that. Second. Comes in, clears off the one-shot Comet. AT gun spins around. Panther exposing its rear armor, but the Comet drives forwards. Finishes the job on that Panther. This Panther now maybe could get finished off. I think they've only got the one Piet though. They dropped one of them. It's going to be very slow going, and the AT gun did get decrewed. The Commandos charging ahead. Comet spins around actually to try and fight this. Oh, but he takes a main gun crit. Heartbreaker for Markov again. Oh, but he won. He couldn't cap over here in time. Wow, just because he's so pegged in his base. The base attack was ultimately, in terms of army, a losing play, but in terms of VPs, a winning play. Wow. Well done by Markov. Again, he finds a way to squeak it out on the victory points. Just a back and forth battle. These are the kind of matches you like to see from these high-level 1v1s, you know, just two players getting stuck in constant combat, no camping behind a whole bunch of team weapons. Good stuff. Very entertaining match between these two. Some great plays and some questionable ones, but, you know, there's constant action, and that's all you can ask for, really. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.